We are live. We are back. What is it? Talk your barber shit. Man, it's been a minute. I'm sorry I had you guys on hold. I'm sorry that I've been taking time out, but your boy had a lot going on, a lot of movement, a lot of changes, a lot of growth. But that's what it's all about, especially when we're in this industry. We got to figure things out, got to put it in plan, got to write it out first, and you got to see it. And when you see it, you want it, you make it happen. And that's what I'm doing, especially with this platform. Talk your barber. Shh. I know it's Sunday, but I got a special guest. I'm going to let Instagram do what it do. Send out the feed. Let everybody know we going in, we going live. So this hold up, be patient with me. I know you guys been patient. And I love it. I love everybody. I love everybody that's been joining, sending information, DMing me, telling me they want to jump on, talk your barber. Shh. But I got a special guest today. Especially, she's out of my hometown, Los Angeles. I'm born out of Inglewood. But we gonna dig in deep, see what she got going on, hear her story, hear her journey. And that's what it's about. Starting from the beginning and showing how you get there now. And you can't do it without the person above and the people that love you, support you, and keep you going. And that's what it's about. I know you see Talk Your Barber shit and you wondering, are they going to get on there and they going to talk bad about the industry? Or are they going to talk about who's doing what over there, who's doing what over there? No, it's about education. It's about uplifting each other. It's about unity. And that's what I love and that's what I'm about. And yeah, we gonna dig into some stuff. We gonna talk about some stuff because that's what my platform is about. We gonna talk about it, but we gonna do it in a positive way. How can we get from that negative point to that positive point? And that's what I'm about. So I know it's Sunday. I know it's Labor Day weekend. I know people at church. I know people probably just now getting out the bed, getting their morning coffee, their latte. I get it. I understand, but I put this out there. Once it's done, it's gonna be on the platform. You can watch it. You can zoom through it. You can rewind it. You can take out something that hits home deeply in you and make you say, "Hey, I love what she said. I love what he said." Now it's time for me to make it happen. If you're a barber, hairstylist in this beauty industry, and you trying to get up, let's come on. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's talk that. Shh. All right, so I know my girl at church. She had to run away. She had to get into a private room. She told me what she was gonna do. So it's time to get her on. Stop wasting time. Let's get to it. I'm about to send that request, that invite. So hold on. Let's get to it. I sent the invite whenever you're ready, love. And also, whoever's joining in, whoever's joining in, don't be shy. Don't just sit there and be in the cut. Send some comments, send some feedback, and she definitely gonna respond. I definitely gonna respond to it. So don't just sit in the cut and just be like, no, we want interaction.
What
So.
up? What up,
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey man, whether they say something or not, we gonna talk that barber talk. You know what time it is. What up, though? Hey, we gotta say what up to everybody that's in the chat right now. We got Arabella Hair Inc., Jay Smart, Shop Cuts, K Brew, somebody in Turkey,
wow.
Smart, somebody in India.
Wow.
We in the world right now.
We in the world. They could be anywhere in the world, but they here with us right now.
Hey man, what's up, Shabby? Monica from Bakersfield. Hey, show me where y'all from.
Yeah,
you got Bakersfield.
Yes,
I got one of my
Let it be known.
Yolanda. Hey, look, I got a chat and took over. Huh?
I love it.
Hey, it's supposed to be your job. My little sister in there, she say, "What up, dog? Detroit in the building. What up, dog? You know what time it is? I got somebody lying from Detroit.
Let's go. Let's break the internet. I love it.
in the building. What up, though? Pasadena, what up,
Wow. Let's go.
What's up, funny man? Everybody, what up, though? We got listen, I'm going to do the introduction.
No, keep going. I love it.
It's your girl, Danny be the best. I'm in the building with my brother. This how it was when we first met.
For real. All love, all respect. Your glow, your shine, your energy was amazing, and I just love it. I had to connect with you. I had to say, hey, let's make something happen, and for you to be like, hey, I got you. That truly meant a lot to me, and I just want to say thank you, and I'm blessed.
Yeah, you stood there and you said, you got to get on the podcast. I said, what podcast? Where you at? You say, slow down, Jim Shoe, not today. Yeah, man, so I just want to say thank you for having me on the podcast, and it's an honor. Honestly, I'm honored and just blessed to be able to sit here and for you to be interested in my story.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it. We gonna get into it. So you know what I like to do.
Hey, everybody that's in the building in the what they call it, the clubhouse, stay down. Yeah, we're gonna talk that talk today. Hey, and if y'all got questions too, you want to add to it, drop it in the chat. Things y'all want to know, drop it in the chat.
Definitely, I want all you guys feedback. I want you guys to ask questions. You know, this don't sit in the cut. I love everything that you're doing. So you know, let's get to it. So my platform, I like to just give a little small sum up. When people hear talk your barbers, I know it's Sunday.
Sorry. Hey, God knows what we gonna do on Monday. Hey.
But you know, it's not about talking bad about the industry. It's not talking bad about anybody. It's talking about what you feel, what you want, and how you want to elevate in this industry. And the things that you're seeing that might be negative, or maybe putting you in a box where you feel like you're uncomfortable. Hearing somebody else's story can bring you out of that and show you how to move forward. So I like to start from the beginning. I like to start from where it all started.
Man, it's gonna be the longest story in barber history. Let me just start by saying my name is Denitra Best.
Yes.
I told you that's where I was gonna start.
All right.
People think, you know, when you see my logo, it say she the best barber. People think that I'm saying I'm the best. I am the best, Denitra Best, the best barber in the world. Okay, I'm the best. I'm a barber, and I'm in the world. All right. So just like DJ Khaled said it the best, we the best. So when I meet people, my goal is to help them become the best version that they can be too, and so we can all be the best. I'm 32 years old.
Don't look like you like 15.
Hey, what that mean? God got a plan for my life that's gonna last a long time. I receive that. But I've been barbering, I'd say 15 years now.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't like to say I'm a barber because since 2 years ago, after moving to California, I do have, you know, some clients that I deal with, but I like to mostly educate. I like to mostly teach. I'm also an author.
Okay.
Author of a book called The Little Barber Book. Okay. I'm at church, but
ain't nothing,
if I had a book here,
stop. Ain't nothing little. Don't ever put little in front of anything.
Wait, that's the name of the book. That's the name of the book.
Oh.
It's called
Okay.
The Little Barber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so I based it on my daughter. She's 6 now. When she was 2 years old, I wrote this book.
Okay.
And I wrote it in a dark time in my life. Well, I was staying in my first barbershop, and my daughter was staying there with me. And I'm sorry, they interrupted me. She was staying in the shop with me, and you know, my clients did the best they could throughout the day to entertain her. So they would let her cut their hair, and so I started taking pictures because she was getting to know. She's 2. She was 2. She was picking up the clippers, and I'm like, wait, stop. You know, certain things she couldn't touch. So this book is the first ever barbershop book with activities in the book. It came with, and it still comes with coloring book, crayons, and it was certified with OSHA. It's to teach kids safety in a barbershop. So what to touch, what not to touch. cross. It's a beautiful book. And so I said this year, by the end of this year, I'm going to republish it.
Okay.
I published it, and I ended up with the bad end of the stick on my publishing deal.
Okay.
So I just had them take the book down, and so I plan to republish the book so everybody can get the book. Because when we go to these barber expos, you don't see nothing for kids.
Right.
You don't see no books.
Yeah.
So the goal is to bring something for our children, because we seeing more kids involved in the industry.
Yeah.
At the North Carolina Barber Expo, I saw a kid 12 years old on stage cutting hair.
Yeah. They starting up. It's funny because when I first started barbering school, it was a dude in there that was 15 going to school and taking this barber course. And I thought that was amazing. I never knew that you can be in school and you can still go get your barber education and get your license. So that was dope. And then one of my guys that I work with at the barber shop, his son, I think is 4, and he went to school. He just started school, and he was like showing the girl he was cutting his hair, and he was like, "I can cut your hair too," because his dad is a barber. So he started trimming the girl hair, like cutting her hair, and got in trouble for it. But it was just funny to know that he was trying to show something that he saw his dad doing and brought it to school. Yeah,
and that's what I love about this. It's something you can pass along to your family. That's so beautiful.
No, but let's get to it. Let's talk about what drew you into it. I know besides talking about your daughter and stuff, like who was it? Someone in your family that brought
actually, what made me start cutting hair, I was 19.
Okay.
And I had just moved to my blessings always come through serving, and I just want to say that.
Yeah.
I moved to Florida. That's where I got my barber's license at.
Okay.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Oh wow.
So I moved to Florida. Yeah, I'm from the D. So I moved to Florida, and what's up, Elevated Barber podcast is watching too. I moved to Florida. What's up, everybody? I just want to say hi. I can't.
You got to.
It's like they walking in the door and I'm not saying what's up. I moved to Florida, and I moved to take care of my uncle who had MS. Okay. Serving. Okay. And I had a little curly fro with a little taper on the side, and I found a barber shop. Okay. In the mall that I was working at. I was working at Foot Locker. Okay. At the time. So I had this barber, her name was Jay, and she was a dope barber. And I was trying to figure out what I could do in Florida, because college was so expensive, out of state tuition your first year. Yeah. And she said, "Why don't you go to barber school?" And her saying this blessed me. I remember she had a mannequin, and she gave me a clipper. Yeah. And she was like, "See how this feels?" And it felt so weird. But 3 weeks later, I was in barber school. I enrolled late, so I didn't have my kits, so I didn't have anything. And this is when I fell in love with my favorite tool. I didn't get my kit for 2 weeks. Everybody had their kit, so I went to the beauty supply store. Okay. And I asked him, because I wanted something, and I was like, "Well, what do barbers need?" And he was like, "Well, barbers use this," and it was a razor. Yeah. And so I got the razor, and I'm the only one in school, and that's the only thing that I got. So this was the first thing I learned how to use, man. That's my tool. I could do this with my eyes closed. Yeah. That's fine. That's my tool. So I had my little razor, and nobody would use the razor. And I got this guy, and he's always get in my chair. He used to dip and fall asleep. He had a bald head. They called him Cowboy. And I would just take him and put him in my chair and shave his head as he falling asleep. I would tear his head up. But I learned how to use that razor, and he didn't mind. I mean, he just fall asleep and let me practice. And that was my journey. That was barber school. I finished barber school, moved back to Detroit. Man, the story is beautiful. I'm going to try to sum this up. I moved back to Detroit. I was 21 years old. I'm still managing at this Foot Locker. I moved back home, and I transferred the job, and I got the barber's license. Okay. And I'm afraid to go into it because, again, if I would have started in Florida where I got the license, maybe I would have had some clientele. Yeah. Okay. For moving home to Detroit, I ain't got no clientele. I don't know where to start. I'm comfortable with my job at Foot Locker. Right. I mean, I'm making my little $1,200 every 2 weeks. Right. Yeah. I came home. I had a barber, and he cutting my hair, and I'm like, "Man, can you survive off of this? Can you? Is this something that I should do?" And he turned his clippers off, and he said, Listen, on a regular Saturday, I could come out of here on a regular weekend. I could come out of here making $1,000 a day. And when he said that to me, if my family is watching me right now, they already know. If I know they can do it, I could do it too. So I'm like, okay, he said he can make $1,000 an hour. One thing you gotta know about me, I'm about my money. I'm about love and I'm about respect. And I'm mostly importantly, I'm about God. Okay, but I don't play about my money. Right? So when I say, he said I can make $1,000, I said, okay. And God is so good. Now, when he told me that, he planted a seed. But I ended up a few months later getting fired from my job at Foot Locker. Now, I was a good worker. Now, you know, things happen where, you know, I see my first Goliath, my first enemy, somebody that was trying to take me out. But everything works for good of those who love the Lord. Because this was the best thing that ever happened to me, now that I think about it. But at the time, it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I just got fired. I got an apartment. I just moved back from Florida, my apartment. I have bills to pay. This is back in the day when I'm 20, right? I was 20. Now I'm 32. At this time, they'll turn your car off if you don't pay a car note. They hit the kill switch. So
the kill switch.
They turned the car off. I'm not making no money. So I said, okay, I'm about to go use the barber's license. And I was trying to find my place in in the shop. I'm a relationship person. So when I find a shop, when I find a place that I love, I'm gonna stay. I went through 2 barber shops in like a couple months, okay? Yeah. And I finally found my place. Yeah. It was a salon that I worked at. I was 21 at the time. I was 20 and I was going into 21, okay? Now I worked there and I'm gonna tell you how God works. See, this is how he worked in my life. I always get comfortable, but he always have to allow something to happen to me to make me move. Because I'm good. I'm at the shop. I literally went from, I can never forget this. I remember I made my first $20. Now mind you, I'm a new barber. I'm 20. I had to start somewhere. I remember I made my first $20 and I spent 10 of it to eat, 10 of it for gas, whatever else, you know. And then I remember that grew, and I wasn't making any money, and I remember having $20 after paying my booth rent, and I was happy because that means I made $150, $170. I got $20 now for myself, right? And then it grew from there, and I made $400. And now I got an extra $200. I'm growing now. I remember when I made my first $1,000 and paid booth rent, and I had almost $750. Like I literally remember the clients. I remember, and so it was worth every day sitting there, and I wouldn't just sit there. Days, and I used to try to figure. And I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna tell you this after I tell you this. Okay. So I went from 20 years old. Now this story is summing it up, right? Okay, because I'm gonna tell you what happened here. I'm in the shop that God finally put me in. I stayed there for 5 years, and I was very comfortable. God allowed something to happen to me in this shop that made me so uncomfortable that I knew I had to go, but I wasn't ready. Like I didn't know, and I was 24 going into 25. This thing happened a couple days before my birthday. And I never forget, I wasn't ready, but God said it was time for me to open my own shop. And I'm like, how am I gonna do that? So I had to tell the people that I was working there, and also you gotta make sure you do things the right way. How you do things and how you leave, it really matters, okay? Well, because, and I'm like, all right, well, I have to be smart about this. I know I gotta leave, but I gotta leave the right way. So I had to go ahead and tell my clients, okay, I found a shop. Literally, I found a place, and I'm like, okay, I can't move in right away. It was January 9th. It's January 9th. I moved into this barbershop March 5th. Okay. And I had just turned 25. Opened my first shop at 25. And what I ended up doing was, every time I had my clients come, I would tell them, hey, I'm opening my own shop in 2 months. I need you to write your name, your number, and your email on this paper. So when I'm about to have my grand opening, I can make sure you're there. So I collected all my clients. I did the work. You know, I just humbled myself. Even though something happened to me that really made me uncomfortable there, I stayed there. I didn't treat them bad because I knew God was going to bless me. And he blessed me so much. Well, I had to go through this list and all these 4 papers and call everybody and tell them, hey, it's happening. We open it up. You know, this is going to be the grand opening. My grand opening was so beautiful. I was so proud to see my mom happy. And even the owners of the shop that I was at, they showed up.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah. So, you know, how I do things, how I leave, it matters to me.
Yes.
Because if you leave a situation and you leave the wrong way, you're just going to be presented again with that same situation. You're going to be sent back and you're going to have to do it over and over and over until you get it right.
Well,
so I opened my first shop. I was 25 years old. I went on a high, okay? I had my first hair products dropped. I had a do-rag that came out. I had a do-rag release party. I wish I could show you the pictures. I was so like not humble. At the time I had these long locks and you know, I'm feeling myself and I'm I'm the man. You hear me? Like I'm doing these shows and I didn't realize why I was kind of being blackballed. Like, you know, like because I would show up to the barber expos with a party bus. And I'm still kind of loud, but a lot more humble.
Okay.
I know where my blessings are coming from. So I have to be confident because God is blessing. You know, so, but then I had blessings, right? At that time, that's what I thought. And I just was not humble. And I had my daughter. I was 25 and I started partying. And this is for those that they would see their blessings and we messed it up. And I'm gonna tell you about that journey of how I messed it up and then God is now restoring me and allowing the world to see and experience me because I'm prepared. I'm mentally, spiritually, and you know, ready. But at that time, I lost my first shop, and I don't really want to go into details about. But I struggled with addiction. I was partying. I thought I was having fun, but that was my destruction.
You was living.
That was my destruction. I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah. But that ended my family. I had a wife and a daughter and her daughter, and I was living. I was living my life. Yeah. It wasn't the life that God had for me. Yeah. Okay. So. That ended, and I left home, and I put myself through a necessary storm. I started living in my shop. Then my daughter was there with me because we had joint custody. Everything went down. But in my downtime, when I lost that shop, I said, God, what is it that you want me to do? So I started writing The Little Barber, and that book came out of my darkness. And the world is gonna see The Little Barber. That book came, and that's right before COVID happened. I was supposed to do the Little Barber book release party, I believe, right before, like a couple weeks before we got shut down. Yeah. And that you know, it shut it down, and you know, it never did what you know I know that it will do when the time is right. But you know, a couple years later, I reopened another shop. God restored me, and I had my second location. About 2.5 years ago, my little sister was killed, Lucky, and it broke my heart. That's how I ended up in LA. That broke my spirit. I closed that shop, and I said, forget it. I don't want to cut hair no more. I'm tired. I want to do something else. And so I moved out here to LA. And barbering was my gift. I couldn't get away from, that was the way, like, okay, I moved out here and I was on Venice Beach, Hollywood Boulevard. I was cutting hair and just kind of helping other people heal. Heal Mode is my nonprofit. And, you know, because I went through this struggle, addiction, I wanted to help people that didn't have help. Because really nobody knew why I lost my shop. Nobody knew what was going on. I was struggling, but I was struggling alone. I wasn't honest with people about what was happening. Now I'm able to be honest because now God is bringing me all of these people that suffer how I suffered. Yeah. And because I can't even imagine. I don't even know why I was doing what I was doing, but I had to do that because I'm able to now help people through that. It's just like this. How can you be sent into a prison to talk to these prisoners who doing bids and you have never experienced, but you want to tell them what they're like, what they're going to be able to be capable of? You're going to get out of here, you're going to do that. They can't take you seriously because you've never done that. So
Correct.
God has allowed me to go through all of these crazy things: grief, addiction, depression, anxiety, all of these things that I've been through, that I'm so grateful that I'm strong enough to handle so that I can help all of these people. Because it's not a type of person that could come to me that's been through something that I haven't. Just like recently, my brother Nesty, he lost somebody really close to him. And because I know how it feels to lose somebody so close to you and just to be so heartbroken, I know what to say. Sometimes that's nothing. Somebody may be suffering from addiction. They can't stop doing whatever they're doing. I had to fight that too.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is, I'm so grateful now that I've been through this stuff. And it's important, even though we don't talk that barber talk. It's just like in barber boot camp, bro, it's not just about being able to cut hair. You have to be able to take care of your mental health, your financial. This is all important. Physically, which is your gift. Mentally, which is what's gonna get you through to even perform mentally, physically, spiritually. Because if you don't know where your blessings coming from, this is why God has blessed me so much, because I know where it's coming from. And I'm able to give God the glory for all of the things that he's done for me. And financially. Now, I'm going to say this. We don't always have it all together.
We don't.
All right?
Yeah.
And don't, you know, I think I got the mental, I got the physical, I got the spiritual. Now I'm working on being fit and responsible financially. You know, and for the barber, and I'm not saying that I don't have it, but I bless people. I give it away. I can't take it with me, but I've been told that that's not smart. But God continues to provide. So I give. Man, and if I could give anybody some advice when it comes to, you know, this has worked for me. This has really worked for me. I give it. I mean, like, I spend it on what I invested. I don't try to hold on to it as if it's never coming back. That says to God, I don't trust you to provide for me. I trust you to provide for me. I mean, I am that one. If I had $300, I'm gonna put $100 in church. And guess what? I barely pay for anything because the favor is an exchange. I give and I receive. And so, you know, when you just a taker, it's hard to, this goes deep. So, you know, man, it just, you know, you just serve, and man, God just gonna keep blessing you.
See, this is the reason why I created this platform, because I want to share why we are in this situation, why we came to the forefront of like saying, okay, I like barbering, but barbering is more, it has more layers to it, because you can connect, you can see the journey that you had, and then once that person sits in your chair and they start opening up to you, you can give a message, or you can hopefully shift their mind or their thinking from a negative standpoint to a positive. And whatever journey we went through, however journey you had to go through to be the person that you are today, is amazing, because you was able to bounce from it. You went through everything you had to go through, all the pressure that was
And
on
it's
your
not
back.
the end.
Yeah, and
it's not the
yeah,
end.
it's not.
This is what I want you guys to know. All right, everybody listening under the sound of my voice, you are never gonna stop going through things.
Yeah.
Things are not just gonna stop happening to you, but you are going to get better with handling it. It's not about what happens, it's how you handle it. So when things happen to me now, I'm like, okay, God, what are you trying to show me in this? What are you trying to teach me?
Right.
You know, I'm looking at things differently.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if my tire blow off on the side of the road, okay, you know what? I think maybe God may be trying to protect me from something. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm not gonna rush. Okay, God. So just whenever you feel like you're ready for me to move, I'll move.
Yeah,
So
right.
Understanding that everything happens how it's supposed to.
You gotta talk to them the same way you talk to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister. You gotta have those same conversations. And even if you use a couple cuss words because you feeling it so deep in your heart, he understands. He knows. So he not gonna turn away and be like, oh, why is this person talking like this? Or what? This like, hey, I'm being upfront. I'm being vulnerable right now. Like, why am I going through this? Why am I feeling like this? Why do I feel like everything that is coming at me is not positive? What am I doing wrong? And show me. But you got to be aware. You got to be aware because he gonna show you. But if you're not paying attention, then who fault is? Yeah.
And another thing is we have to watch because we hold the power of life and death in our tongue.
Yeah.
All right. So instead of saying, "I'm so sad," I feel sad.
Yeah.
Man, I'm broke. You know, I ain't got no money today.
Yeah. Right.
You feel me? So it's about what we
Yeah.
speak over ourselves.
Yeah.
Somebody has say to me, "You so dumb." You gotta watch what you say.
Right.
You gotta watch what you speak over yourself and what you speak over other people because that's powerful.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so depressed. No, I feel really down today.
Yeah.
Weeping only endures for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I wake up happy.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No matter what happens, people be so irritated. Like, girl, it's too early for this in the morning. Right. But I mean, you know, no matter what, you know, we gotta. What's up, Bite? Oh man, we got some. What's up, Carly? I just gotta say what's up to these people. Jack of all fades. What up, y'all? Funny man.
That's my boy.
Nice tattoo. What's up, everybody? If y'all got any questions, comments, and concerns, just drop it in the chat. I got my brother here. He got me on Talk That Barber. And we just talking about the journey, where I've been, and
let's jump into okay. Before I jump into that next segment, where I want to ask you, what is it right now that you really enjoying seeing about the industry as far as the barber industry, and what is it that you? Because I know you have something that you're working on and already on stage and putting it out there. What is it that somebody that is you see on the other opposite that okay, this is what they're missing. If they come to my program, this is what they're gonna get, and this is how they're gonna elevate. Let's talk about it. You already know what I'm talking about.
That's a good question. So that's a good question. So let's just barber boot camp.
Yeah.
We're just gonna talk about that.
Right.
See, when you do classes, when you do teachings, it's about one thing, and it's what you're teaching them. But again, in order to be the best, I can't just have a pair of clippers and cut hair and be the best, because if my attitude is jacked up, it's over with.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I'm making all of this money and I don't know how to spend it, it's over with. If I don't know where my blessings are coming from, it's over with. So with me, and it's not me teaching you, this is boot camp, all right? And it's not just me, all right? I have great spiritual leaders that will be there. I have business-minded barbers that will be there. That's going to help you with your business. That's going to help you spiritually. We going to help you cut hair. I want you to be a well-rounded barber. In order to be the best, you have to come out mentally, physically, spiritually strong, as well as when the blessings come, because they will. You know how to manage it. You know what to do. You know, so that's the difference. The difference is so much. Oh gosh, God has blessed me. I didn't know how I was gonna do this, honestly, but it wasn't for me to do. And I don't want to say I'm trusting God that. So tomorrow is we're doing our first and last team meeting because literally I just finished putting a team together, and it took some time for God to curate and bring together, in my opinion, the best people that's going to be involved in this collaboration. So and Actually, I want to say this. When I reach 200K, because it's moving so quickly, I want to give the last spot away for free.
Okay.
For somebody that want to join boot camp, if you just feel like you need to be encouraged. I mean, I know how to cut hair, but I'm missing something. Or I don't know how to cut hair, but I have all of these other things. You know, I don't really know what God is gonna do. So for this, you know, and it's a beautiful thing when you can say you don't know. You don't gotta know everything. You don't gotta feel like you got it all together. My girl Carly, honestly, I hope Carly is watching right now. Carly, say what up, though, if you in there. I met Carly like at the NorCal Barber Expo, and literally, she became like my sister instantly. And the relationships right now that God is, you know, doing, I am just so mind blown because honestly, I was doing all this by myself, and honestly, I really didn't know. Like, okay, God gave me the vision, but I can't. I mean, like, I need a team.
Right. Yeah.
I've been saying this for a long time. I need a team. So Lord, please help bring me a team.
Yeah.
And he did, and brought me Carly, and I called her. I said, you have to be okay with being vulnerable. Your blessings come in vulnerability. I had to call her and be like, okay, Carly, I know you think I got it all together. Everybody do, but I really need some help. She said, well, what do you need me to do? I don't know. I can tell you what I've done, and you tell me what I need to do. I need some help. I can't do everything, you know. So I have just been so blessed to have because I serve and because I give, God is blessing me to receive and to give. So I wouldn't probably be being blessed like this if I wasn't being a blessing.
You are a blessing. I like something that you said in your delivery, finding the right setting, the right environment for you, finding the right people that will help you when you're putting something together. And someone that had a barber shop, how was that? Knowing that you came from being a barber to a barber owner. And I know in today's world, a lot of the barbers and the barber owners are clashing, or a lot of barber owners are not delivering because they just want to have somebody in their shop and they're not really teaching, growing, connecting, and building a structured team. It's just like, oh, he's there to pay me some money and that's it. And then you have an environment of barbers working together that don't match, and then it don't fit the vision. Even if you had a vision of your barbershop.
That's good that you said that. That is so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It don't always fit the vision. See, what we imagine is not always God's plan.
Yeah.
So sometimes, even like love and relationships, God can see you somebody, and none of these qualities was ones that you thought that you wanted for yourself. Yeah. But that's what God had for you. And when you have those barbershops that have an owner that is, they have a superior complex, yeah. Which they want to feel like everybody's under them. Yeah. Oof, I wish I could say this, but I don't want to say nothing crazy. Yeah, all right, but I have been in environments, you know, spaces that I've worked, that I feel like that they want you under them. They want you to just serve them. But see, a good leader, and this is what has really blessed me. Being a leader is not about being the loudest in the room or being the biggest in the room.
Right. Yeah.
It's about allowing the space for others to find their voice. And when you could take the light off yourself and project it onto others, like God really humbled me. When I first created Barber Bootcamp, I was going to be the drill sergeant. I was the one that, because my students created this where I feel like I'm a drill sergeant, but in so much love and passion though. What are you doing? You know, I'm big mom. I'm like a big sister, but a mom, but a lover, yeah. But a friend. Right. You know. But what blessed me, it's not about me feeling bigger than them. It's about me showing them how big they are.
Right.
And that always that's so much more special than you being the biggest one in the room. Because guess what? Even when I float around at the expos, it ain't about me. Yeah, I'm the one, but I'm going to show love.
Yeah.
And that listen, people gonna hate you regardless. So
Yeah.
but
Trust. Yeah, you can't stop
and
that.
it's not
Yeah.
that they hate you. It's
Yeah.
not you that they
They don't
hate. They
hate
like
you. Yeah.
they like the light you
Yeah.
carry. It's something in their spirit that don't like what's in your spirit. Because some people don't know why you irritate them. And I deal with that a lot, but it's okay. So you just gotta I even show them love. I serve people that my flesh would be like, but my God said go.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Obedience.
Yeah.
That's how we met.
Yeah. Right.
Being obedient.
It's fun. It's great. That I love your platform. You share a lot. You really go in depth about who you are, what you want to showcase, who you want to connect with and build with. Especially just going deeply into your personal life. Like I heard you speak about was it lupus or alopecia?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Alopecia.
Alopecia, yeah. And
listen, ain't no shame in my pain. Ain't no shame in my game. I mean, like, I was born like this.
yeah.
That's why I wear the ball fade. When I had the long dreads, you couldn't really tell that this didn't grow, but now it works for me. It's my look now. So, just I don't understand. It's okay to be. People want to put this face on, this ultimate poise, like they are. Hey, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. And the reason I love that you shared that because you open up more doors for someone that might be going through that same situation and they don't know how to shift that because they were so used to being a certain way, a certain look, and now they're going through something and they don't know, like, oh man, this is taking a toll on me. And for you to like shine your thought on that, shine your light on that, and open up that conversation, now that brings more people to you. Like, I love that you shared that, and I'm going through that. What would you think I should do with my hair?
Go on. What? It ain't on you. It's in you. Go bald.
And the reason,
first of all, any man with a beard can wear a bald head.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this too: women love men with bald heads. Duh.
Yeah.
Cut it off.
And the reason I'm speaking on that is because I want in our industry we're so limited to what we want to like learn and bring into our category. Like, I just want to cut hair, but why do you want to cut hair? What is the reason behind you cutting hair? Do you understand the concept of hair? And if you have somebody that's sitting in your chair that might be going through thinning or dealing with these type of scenarios, how can you interact with that and bring that up front and build more clientele and build more business? I feel like what I'm seeing now in the industry is like people are stuck to one thing and they don't want to open up the possibility of other doors to connect with more people and build a better stream, not just based on money, but just build a better stream of connecting with people. So that's why I brought that up, because I love that you spoke on that.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
It's just about having confidence in yourself, period.
Correct.
And that's what we try to instill in our kids, and that's what we should try to instill, even in our clients. Just being confident. And for a long time, I thought I had to look a certain way to be accepted.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may see me and as he. Sometimes you may see me as she, presenting wise. Like, what? I mean, I can wear whatever I want to wear.
Yeah.
But I'm the same woman. So if you don't know me, and I look like you may judge me off perception, you know, but then when you talk to me, I be like, I'm whatever, just being comfortable and confident in who you are. I don't care who judges me. And maybe for those more rougher presenting, you know, I had a lady prophesied over me one time, and she looked at me and she said, "Oh, I gotta share this. You the one." I looked up at her. She said, "God said don't ever question why he made you look this way. He said he gonna use you to bring a lot of souls to him." And when I say I travel with my church, my pastor is like my father. I'm at church right now. Usually I do an 11 a.m. service, but I ended up going at 9 a.m. so I could be here and talk at 11. And so I'm gonna go pop out. They having like a barbecue for Labor Day, you know. And you know, I just trust my process. I trust my journey. I trust where God has me at. I'm not gonna try to change who I am. God is gonna do his work in his timing. Hey, I'm still me.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how it's still somewhat a divide when it comes to women barbers and guy barbers, where I feel like we all hairstylists, we all in this beauty industry. It shouldn't be labeled like, oh, she's a female barber. Or, So.
Oh, you asked the wrong one. I'm pro women. No, I'm just joking.
So how, for yourself, especially when you started out to where you at now, what is it that you want to give to the women that come up to you and be like, I'm a barber, I'm at a male shop, it's male driven, male dominant. Sometimes I get that look like
that you don't have to present yourself as a booty barber. You don't have to be that to have men clientele. Actually, men respect a woman who respects herself. So when it comes to women in the industry, I know some really good women though that are afraid to put themselves out there because they don't want to be womanized. And I may have some women watching right now. That's that woman that you may be in a relationship with your partner, and they may be insecure because you're a barber. But you can respect yourself and get your money. I mean, even as I'm gonna tell you something. Men get on whatever she looks like, okay? So even when I was the roughest version of me, I still had guys saying like, hey, all you need to do is, you know, and guess what? This is how I got so comfortable talking to men, talking to women. You know, like I am a huge flirt. I like to talk to people. I love beautiful people. I will play with your beard and cut your hair, but that don't mean that I'm interested. You know, who I am is not who I am as a businesswoman. I love and I care about my clients. I love them. They're my family. And you can be the same way and not give the cookies away. You don't have to. They're going to spend their money regardless. You don't have to. But, you know, we know how to use our power. So, you know, it's okay to, you know, I mean, men flirt, women flirt. That's just, we are people. So we want to make our clients feel good. We want to, you know, interact in a positive way. But a woman don't want to feel harassed. 100%. So, you know, for that woman, you have to learn how to have boundaries, draw lines, and be strong. I'm a strong woman. Excuse me, I had somebody ask me one time, one of my clients, this is a long time ago. He said, he asked this, you serious? What would you do if I touched you inappropriately? I said, have you ever touched the hot stove?
Right. You gonna get burned.
So, you know, you got to be strong. My mom was a strong woman. My sister is a strong woman. We are strong women, and you just got to be strong.
You know, I'm still new into the industry as well. Maybe going on roughly 4 years now. I've been dipping and dabbing into the whole barber expos and stuff. This is like my second time being at the Las Vegas one. What is it that you enjoy about the expos? Since you say you attended a couple in different locations, what is it that keeps drawing you back? What is it that you would like to see more of? And why it's not any like women barber expos that I know of? Maybe you've been to a couple, but why?
I've never been to a woman's barber expo. That'll be kind of weird.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, like, have you ever been to a men's barber expo?
I mean, it's more dominantly a lot of men. You know, I'm starting to see women. Yeah.
The barber industry is male dominated.
Yeah.
Right. So, but women are making their way.
Yeah.
Even children are.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that because I want to create something for kids. But what brings me back is wanting to network and.
Well, let me say it like this: not like a full woman expo. Like guys can still attend, but more of like the stage people that are putting it together are more like the dominant women of the industry.
Well, maybe we'll work on that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna be me.
Yeah.
This is why I, go and to be honest with you, I've been serving all year at different expos. I don't want to like name any, but all of the expos, you may see me maybe on stage, guest judging, and it's just I'm just there to serve and learn the business because who knows what God is going to do. I'm learning what to do, what not to do, what work, what don't work.
Yeah.
Also, I'm learning myself as well.
Correct.
Discipline and growing and realizing that the things that I used to do when I was just attending and I had no responsibility and no one was watching me, I can't do that no more. So you got to grow as God elevates you. You have to grow too. You can't be here and doing this and then God take you here and you're still doing it and you won't make it.
Correct.
So as I grow, I have to change. And that's hard, because I like to do a lot of stuff that I can't do no more because so many people is watching me, and it's good because I'm growing as a person, but we was just talking about this in service today. It's time. Somebody said, we all watching you. And conviction, like Danny, even my daughter, she growing up and she's watching me. Shout out to Nani. Shout out to.
Let me say something real quick. I've seen a lot of people writing comments and stuff, and I think I saw one where someone's asking, can you be like a mentor to them? If you guys got questions, put it in the question box so she can click the link. She can see it being highlighted, and then she can click it, and then she can answer your questions. Sometimes within the feed, we don't really see it because we're going back and forth, so we kind of missing it. But if you can,
I'm scrolling up.
Yeah.
Can I get a mentor call from one of y'all after this live? Okay. All right. Well, I got to go back to church after the live, but we'll work on that. You can message me, and I'm always here to help or serve however I can.
Yeah. What I wanted to really express and elaborate on is like the growing pains, the growth, and the elevation, and I feel like you tackled all that. What I want to give off, especially with my platform, is what is it right now that keeps you still motivated? And I know you speak about God just leading and opening up the doors for you and putting you in the right situations, but it also takes you to see that. And where right now, especially with your boot camp, is that more of like really more like you don't not say you don't have to go to school, but is that your kind of like?
Oh no. I'm pro license.
Are you like in that form of like?
I'm pro license. Okay, like you got to get that license. It's just we want to do things the right way because we want to receive all of our lessons. All right. When I moved out here to California, what most people don't know is the reason why I was on Hollywood Boulevard cutting hair or on the beach cutting hair is because I didn't have my California barber's license yet. I had out of state, but I wanted to do the right thing and I wanted to do it the right way. So it's all about that. But what barber boot camp is, it's just helping strengthen your gift.
Okay.
Or inspire you to get started on this.
Okay.
I am 100% confident that if you're gonna learn how to cut hair better than you've ever cut.
Yes.
You are gonna be a better person
Okay.
than you was before you came.
Okay.
It's boot camp. It's strengthening. You know what I mean?
So how
stretch their skin.
How can anyone that's a barber that wants to elevate and get on those layers that you just spoke about? How can I be a part of that? What?
Click the link in my bio.
Okay. I just want people to know.
Click
that link.
The link in my bio. I believe I have a few spots left. And if I don't, I'm gonna make some space for you. But
and where is it? It's located in Los Angeles or where?
Well, Monrovia, California, which is like close to Pasadena, but basically LA. If you out of state and you flew in LA, you could go from there.
Will it be live? Can people tune in on? Okay.
Now what we will be doing is shooting.
Okay.
So the main thing is because no one really knows what boot camp, because it's the first one, so we don't have a visual to show you. But so what we were going to be doing this time is creating the visual for the future.
Okay.
So that you can see what this means.
Okay.
So I have some great videographers and people that's involved on the back end that's going to create something that you guys can really see what this is about.
I don't know if you want to share too much on the pricing and everything on here, but someone asked.
I have,
would you rather them to go and click the link and all the information is on there?
Yeah, click the link, man. If you're really interested, go click the link. You'll find out. If you having a hard time, you need some extra help. Who knows what God is gonna put on my spirit today? I'm still at church, so you reach out to me soon enough. You may receive your blessing.
Right, for sure. I don't want to hold you up. I know you got to get to some things. Is this something that you feel like I missed that you want to share? You want to speak about while you still have time? But I don't want to make this seem like it's a rush thing. But I would love to have you on here all day. Because
you said rush. No, I got time. Okay. Pastor's still preaching. But you said rush. Okay. And I want to take that word and I want to give a word. Okay. Listen, everybody have a vision for their future. Everybody have a dream. Yeah. Okay. There is a process. There is a development that has to happen. God shows you the vision because he's showing you what he's capable of doing for you. Uh-huh. It may not be right now. It may not be this year. It may not be in 5 years. I have literally had things that I've seen possible for my life many years ago. And I know that I wasn't prepared then, and I'm still being prepared now. God is showing me even further into the future now, where I'm not there. I am nowhere near there, but it gives me something to look forward to. It gives me something to work on as far as myself and my development and my discipline. Yeah. And so another thing, when you make mistakes, it's okay.
Thank you, my boy.
It's okay. I mean, like, just keep going.
I love that you shared that because there's a lot of mistakes, a lot of journey that I've been to. Like, just to share a small little recap about me. Like, I worked in the corporate world for 11 years, got laid off. I was doing a clothing brand at that time. Got to a certain point where it hit that wall. But it was an amazing journey. I enjoyed everything about it. And then someone spoke this into my life. Just like a small conversation. Did you ever think about this? Was something like this up your alley? Why you won't take a chance on it? Should make it happen. You got the opportunity. You got the space right now. See where it can go. And now I'm sitting here speaking with you and hearing your journey and talking about the industry and, what I would like and what would you like and see more of. And, hopefully the words that we share and the vision and the words that you share is going to elevate someone that might be in the same boat as me, don't know where they're going to go next, felt like they had a career and they was grasping and holding on to it. And once it didn't go the way that they wanted to go, they felt like they was lost to the world. But then you have this other opportunity that is spoken from a higher being. That's how I look at it. Because this wasn't the first time somebody said that to me, and the first time I was like, hell no, that's not me. And then the second time I heard it, I was like, damn, okay, this came around again from someone else that didn't really see me cut hair or don't know, like I cut hair, but it wasn't like I was trying to make a career out of it. But to say like, hey, I think this is up your alley. I think this is so. Like I said, this is why I create this. This is why I sit down with individuals like you to hear their journey, where they've been, how they got through it, what made them pick up them clippers. Now they're on a platform, they're speaking to people, they're sharing their story, they're uplifting, and it all started with, like you said, it started with a razor with you.
Just a razor, that's it. I'm looking around like, where's everybody else working? That's why you can't do what everybody else doing, because you never know. God got something different for you.
Yeah. Far as like, I love what you said. You want to, shine a light, because a lot of kids are coming up, and especially you having a child of your own, and she's seeing mommy do all the amazing things that mommy is doing. And I feel like that's where everything starts, when you can open a vision to a little kid's eyes, a boy and girl, and give them the possibility of, because we don't, especially in our industry, it's not a lot of people that's highlighting bar. It's highlighting now, especially with social media, but it wasn't like that before. Like you walk up to somebody and they be like, "Oh, what's your career?" You be like, "Oh, I cut hair. I'm a barber." Oh, that's all you do. But now, but now
Really,
people are
like
looking
we
at
are
it.
essential. Did you know that we was the first dentist and surgeon?
Yeah, right.
What?
Yeah,
But
so
you
they
know what?
don't.
I'm gonna say this. We're gonna get off of here. But I do gotta say this. Not everybody gonna see what God got for you. You may know.
Yeah.
This is the word. Stop casting pearls before swine. To cast a pearl before swine means to try and explain to someone something, one, that they don't understand, or two, they really don't care. It's like trying to tell a 5-year-old, hey, baby, I'm about to give you this dollar, but you want to make sure you save, because you're going to have money for a rainy day when you get older. It's a 5-year-old. They don't know.
Right.
People is never going to know what God got for you. And stop trying to explain. Just set a good example. It's not what you say, it's what you do. So just like what you were saying about, what they say, they do as, when you're teaching somebody, practice what you preach.
Yeah.
So just do it. And don't expect everybody to see you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes people can't see you because God don't want them to see you.
Yeah.
He's not allowing it because maybe they'll take advantage of you.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll try to block something.
Yeah.
So be okay with not being all in everybody's face. I'm okay with pleasing the God. I don't gotta be pleasing to everybody else. I'm fine back here.
Right.
Hey.
I just want to say thank you, love. This was amazing. This is not a one-time thing. I want to do it again later on with, let's do it like after the boot camp, you can sit down to everybody. Maybe you got some clips we can kind of like put it up and show and stuff like that. So I want to keep supporting you the same way you supporting me. So thank you again.
Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for having me on the show. Listen, if you watching this or if you re-watching it, please add Talk Your Barber-ish on IG. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah. I thank you so much for having me on your platform. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So we'll talk later. I'm praying for you.
Thank you.
I'm praying for prosperity over your business.
Thank you.
For healing over your mind, your body, and your spirit, for joy and for peace.
Thank you.
Amen.
Love you. Have a great day. Bye.
You too.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that jumped on. This is truly amazing. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep putting it out there, keep sharing information, keep delivering. And as long as you checking it out, as long as you supporting, as long as you sharing, Talk Your Barber shit ain't going nowhere. Thank you, everybody. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Enjoy yourself. Eat a lot of food. Spend time with your loved ones. You know what it is. One love. Talk Your Barber shit. I'm out.